It is dinner time, and you know what that means. Another episode of Camp Cooking here. Tonight we got one of my favorite meals. This is one of my go-to meals for the family when we're in a pinch or in a hurry. We got fish tacos. They're easy, it's nutritious, and I think you guys are gonna really like this one. Alright, so what goes in fish tacos? Obviously the main ingredient is the fish. And you've got several different options here. What you're typically gonna find in most like Mexican restaurants is tilapia of some sort. I like to use cod and mahi. Those are my favorite. So I've actually got an assortment of mahi and cod that's being thawed out right now. The other part of it is kind of like my staple go-to. I almost always include some kind of peppers. I've just got a few of these little bell peppers left, so we're gonna use the rest of these up. Onion, staple, gotta have the onion. Tomato, sometimes I have them, sometimes I don't. If I have them, I'll use them. And for toppings, avocado, a little bit of fresh lime juice. Beans, tonight we're going to be using garbanzo beans or chickpeas. Sometimes I'll use black beans. Again, it's whatever I have on hand, and this is just what I've got at the moment. So garbanzo beans it is. And then a bunch of seasonings. Staples, of course, are salt and pepper. I like to top it with some parsley, garlic powder, some chili lime seasoning from Trader Joe's. This is one of my favorite seasonings from Trader Joe's. It goes on a lot of stuff. Maybe not as much as this smoked paprika, but I still use it for quite a bit of everything else. Speaking of which, I'm out of smoked paprika. So if I had it, I would definitely use it. We're going to use cumin. This is another Trader Joe's special, everything but the Elote. It's got a little bit of a cheesy, kind of a rich, cheesy taste to it. And then I've got another Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute. This has 21 seasonings in it. It consists of things like onion and black pepper, celery, cayenne, parsley, basil, marjoram, bay leaf, oregano, thyme, savory, rosemary. You get the idea. A lot of good stuff in here. And that's about it. That's going to sum it up. Sometimes if I have fresh fruit like pineapple or mango, you can use that as well. That pairs really nicely with the lime juice and the white fish. Those go together very well, but I don't have any of those right now. So in the future, FYI, definitely add some fruit to it if you have it. Another thing that's a staple for fish tacos in our family are corn tortillas. Now, I used to not like corn tortillas. Kurt turned me on to these. I was a flour tortilla kind of person all the way. But now that I've kind of developed a taste for these things, I just can't do it with normal tortillas. So we've got plenty on hand here. And the other thing that I have to have with my fish tacos is some kind of chip. Some kind of tortilla chip to go with it. These are also from Trader Joe's, and these are my favorite chips from that store. They're a black bean and quinoa chip, and they're absolutely delicious. I could eat an entire bag probably if I let myself, but we're not going to do that tonight. Alright, let's cut some stuff up. One other thing I forgot to mention, tonight we're going to try something new. This is a green chili salsa. Now we've spent a lot of time, probably about the past 4 months or so, in the southwest region of the United States. And if you're from this area, you know that green chili goes in just about everything. So we're going to give this a go and see how it turns out. I'm excited to see how that pairs with what we've got already planned. not be good. Yeah. Well, it looks like I struck out on the avocados. I think we've waited a little too long to eat these. I might try to see if I can harvest a little bit of what's left that's green inside these little guys, but might not be too much. But that's okay, because there's only one person in this family that really loves avocados, and that's Kurt. I like them, I just can't eat them. They don't agree with me, so unfortunately I have to take a back seat to the avocado game. But there might be enough to let Kurt eat some. Alright, stove is nice and hot. Just put the pan on. We're going to oil that up. Let it get hot. Won't take too long. Looks like the fish is thawed out nicely. So first thing, we got to get some onions and peppers in here and saute them. So while the veggies are cooking, I'll go ahead and take the fish out and start seasoning it. So I'll go ahead and let the veggies get a little transparent, and then I'll go ahead and add my beans, whether it's the chickpeas or the black beans. I always drain them, and if available, I'll rinse them if I can. Now I'll go ahead and add a little seasoning to the vegetables while they're cooking. Not a whole lot, because the majority of it is going to come on the fish. Some salt and some garlic powder. And then a bit of the chili lime seasoning. And some of the 21 seasoning. And we'll give that all a good stir. I'm going to let that cook down just a little bit more. Let the beans heat up and let those onions get a little bit more caramelized. And then we're going to take this off and then put the fish back in. I'm going to go ahead and season the fish. Start with a little bit of salt, sea salt that is, pepper, chili lime seasoning, everything but the elote, garlic powder, and the cumin. You could do this beforehand and let it sit, but I had to let mine thaw out. Alright, these are looking good and done. I'm going to go ahead and remove them from the pan. Alright, we're going to set these aside for now and add a little bit more oil to that pan and put our fish on. And it's not going to take long because we got it super hot. Now this doesn't take long for fish to cook, period. Just a few minutes on each side and it's pretty much done. We've got our stove super hot right now. My temperature is saying it's over 700, which might be just a little hotter than I usually like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip these. It's only been about 2 minutes. That looks good and seared on one side. Alright, that is looking really good. So we're going to let that cook for a few more minutes, and then we'll pull these off and dress up our tacos. One tip with your corn tortillas or flour, I really prefer them heated. And one nice thing about this stove, as you can see, there's some trays on either side. So I'm going to go ahead and just heat these up simply by placing them on the side here. If you're around a campfire, just find you a rock and put them on the rock around your firing. It works just as well. Alright, these are looking just about done. Smells delicious. I'm going to go ahead and pull the pan off. They'll continue to cook for just a little bit longer. And we're almost ready to eat. Alright, everything is done. That did not take long at all. Maybe 5-6 minutes total for the fish. Same for the vegetables. Tortillas are warmed up. Now the easy part, we just got to dress it up. First step is the fish. Next up, bit of the veggies. Next up, we got some tomato. Can't forget the lime. A bit of cheese if desired. Was able to salvage a little bit of avocado. And then the secret ingredient tonight is the green chili salsa. So let's try that. Then we're going to top it off with a little bit of parsley. If I had fresh parsley, that would be favorable, but I don't. Again, just what I have on hand. A bit of chips, of course. And there you have it. Fish tacos, ready to eat. Let's dig in.
These tacos are amazing. Thank you, wife. I'm so glad you can cook. And on top of that, it's delicious. Try these at home. You won't be disappointed, I promise.
Oh, so good. That green chili is a great addition. Adds just a little bit of kick. It's a little spicy, but a little sweet at the same time. Thanks once again so much for joining us on another meal cooked in the outdoors. I really enjoy doing these. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. What would you guys like to see more of? Let me know. We're open for suggestion. Thanks again for watching. Please like and please subscribe if you haven't already. We'll catch you on the next one.